happening, YouTube? So, after the really good game against the Dallas Mavericks, we just wound up with another loss. And this loss is a pretty bad loss because it was very winnable. And the Denver Nuggets did not have Nikola Jokic. And supposedly, this should have been a easy win. Well, not an exactly easy win, but at least it definitely should have been a win. But we just pretty much folded during the fourth fourth quarter, really. And the first half, it was pretty strong. We were just doing our thing. Everything was going towards our favor. And then things fell apart with they're starting from the third quarter. The Nuggets just got hot. That's fairly normal. But the fourth quarter, we just folded because our closing lineup was not the most ideal. Robert Covington should have been playing instead of Marcus Morris because Robert Covington would have definitely helped on rebounding and defense. And of course, Ty Lue did the same old, not playing the young guys. He did the Doc Rivers once again by not playing BJ Boston and Diabate, which we played both of them. We would have definitely won 50% of our games that we lost, especially this game. But at this point, I'm a broken record. But I do not really care. I gotta spit the truth. Anyways, just side note, BJ Boston, um, he just dropped 43 points the other day, and he dropped 30 points in the G League. So he was cooking. Diabate got a nice and convincingly double-double as well too. So yeah, gotta play him. Simple as that. But anyways, let's get into the stats and let's go player by player analysis. So Aaron Gordon, of course, he's that typical really good glue guy. He got 5 rebounds and he got 5 assists. 5 assists, man. And he got 17 points. So Aaron Gordon proved to be a very good pickup for the Denver Nuggets. A really good rebounder. Well, not really good, but he's he definitely could grab rebounds if you need him to. His defense is pretty good as well too, and he scored a convincingly 17 points. Michael Porter Jr. During the crunch time, he was cooking Marcus Morris. Hence, that's why I would have opted with either Rocco or better yet, Musa Diabate. That would have been a clamp. 22 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. DeAndre Jordan, he had a game of his life. 6 rebounds and eight points. He did make a lot of dumb turnovers though, so that's pretty good. But ain't no way he actually cooked Ivica Zubac. Ivica Zubac, he just flat out had a really bad night. It happens. So I know a lot of y'all gonna feel some way towards Ivica Zubac, but let's take it easy on Ivica Zubac because Ivica Zubac, he's more on the consistent side of the player who just gets rebounds, plays solid defense, and he sets really good screens. But it's just this game, he did pretty bad in this game. So I'm not gonna really. It was just one of those bad games. You just can't really control that. But anyways, Jamal Murray. How did we let Jamal Murray get 8 rebounds? See, that's the consequences of just sticking with the veterans too much and not playing enough of the youth. You get guys like Murray get 8 boards. The veterans are old, they're tired, they get out rebounded more easily. While if you include a guy like Diabate or Boston Jr., well, mainly Diabate or even Robert Covington, definitely Rocco, Jamal Murray would not got 8 rebounds. That was just simple as that. Also, yeah, that also contributes to Zubac having a bad game too. So, but come on, 8 rebounds should be no more than 5 rebounds. Not maybe even 4. Kentavious Caldwell Pope, he hit some threes during the crunch. He started off pretty cold, shot air balls, but he just went hot. Najee, see what Mike Malone does different compared to Ty Lue. He plays more the younger guys. You got Zeke Najee who's playing minutes. You got Bones Highland who's playing minutes. Come on now, Ty Lue, just take some notes from Moses Malone. If Musa Diabate was in a Nuggets uniform, he'd be playing minutes already, bro. And BJ Boston, don't get me started. Boston would be their six man. Bones Highland and BJ Boston, Diabate and Najee. That would have been a crazy bench. I know he would have played all of these guys that Tyronn Lue is not playing. Najee, see, 7 rebounds. He brings that energy. Bruce Brown, he has more of the quiet games, but he's kind of like the Nuggets version of Terrence Mann. So he's he was pretty solid, and he got a +7. Kankar, he was more quiet. Last game he did pretty good. Bones Island, yeah, he shot pretty inefficient, but he definitely brought some energy, and he brought the energy into tempo and got 4 rebounds too, which is, man, come on now, 3 assists, 2 steals, man, man, oh man. And this was more on, well, other than aside from Ivica Zubac, but this was also on Ty Lue too, because this is the games that Tyronn Lue, he definitely could have done something about it by just simply playing Rocco more and simply really playing like Rocco more honestly. And you know the obvious, but I really don't want to say it, but I'm gonna probably say it within the video later on. But yeah, because last game when the Nuggets just pretty much barbecued us, that was just something that we couldn't do anything about that. We were just pretty terrible. We were just disastrous. And everybody was just shooting bricks. So Clippers couldn't do anything about that. But this game, this is just inexcusable. This is really inexcusable. And I'm really, really, really open to making a coaching change because we should not be 22-22. And people are going to say, oh, now this is the reason why you should go for a third star and all that. Man, oh man. You don't want to dig yourself a hole just to win one season. Trust me. You just really do not want to do that because this team alone is already good enough to go to win the Larry O'Brien. But it's just you have a head coach who has been very inconsistent with using the lineup properly. And of course, you got guys who should be playing that is literally in the G League team, which makes absolutely 0 sense. And let's just say we do make a trade. We make a trade for Kyle Kuzma and all that. Or like let's just make it more luxurious. Let's just say somehow miraculously we trade the whole entire team for a Damian Lillard or a Kyrie Irving. It's just, yeah, your record's just gonna improve, but it's not gonna be a guarantee either. I'm like that's just my opinion, but anyways, let's get into the Clippers team. So Nick Batum, he was not making. I mean, Batum's always stagnant on scoring, but he always puts his effort and on defense and all that. Although his rebounding was pretty low, but he did get 2 steals, so it's pretty solid. Um, Kawhi Leonard, he did his thing, 24 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. But I want Kawhi Leonard to start doing this, though. I would like Kawhi Leonard to start, like, during crunch time, demand the ball more, take more of the shots, because Kawhi Leonard, I'm not going to lie, he got pretty passive during the crunch time, and he was passing the ball. He was not really going inside and being aggressive because what Kawhi could have done, try to go inside more, go for a mid-range, and then probably would have got triple team, and Kawhi could have made a pass and would have been a wide open shot, let's just say to Powell or Terrence Mann or Marcus Morris. preferably to Terrence Mann or Norman Powell, and would have been a wide open three. But I mean, Kawhi just he did his thing. He got 8 rebounds too, which is really amazing. But we will want to see Kawhi Leonard to actually be aggressive and to demanding the ball during the crunch. He needs to have that. I would like him to have that, that 0 for 30 mentality, which something I would love to see. But I mean, that's just my personal opinion. Marcus Morris Sr. He's good on offense, and I like Marcus Morris. But during the crunch, I would have definitely opted for Robert Covington, who only got 16 minutes, because Marcus Morris, his defense could be somewhat of a liability if he gets switched on to a guy like Michael Porter Jr., because Porter Jr. is quick, he's shifty, he's very skilled, and the Clippers could have got him. But of course, Lawrence Frank, he went with an old-ass college player in Jerome Robinson, so that made zero sense. So that's another thing that the Clippers definitely need to target is they need to learn how to target the right prospects. This upcoming draft class is like a gold rush, and there are so many prospects that I could see in the late first round that could be an immediate impact, and obviously for the long term as well too. Um, I don't know if I'll make a video about that anytime soon. I'm considering about doing that. Maybe I might just make a video on what should we do in a trade deadline. I would definitely bring up all these prospects that I really, really like. If I do make a video on, what should we do in the trade deadline, or let me know what type of video would you like me to make. I know some people would like me to cover some of the G League games, but I'll be trying to watch the G League games on TV, and I don't know, for some reason it doesn't work, but I could watch it on mobile device, so maybe I could try to do that. So we'll see, but yeah. Now Ivica Zubac, yeah, like I said, it was just it was a true bad game for Zubac. He was just not making anything, and he just got cooked by DeAndre Jordan. But at the same time, it's just a bad game. He can't really do too much about it. I mean, it would have been nice if he always, try to get fed the ball more, at least 10 10 field goal attempts, but again, he was not making anything, so it's simply a true bad game. Terrence Mann was solid as usual. He got 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists. Very, very, very solid player. He definitely playing more during the crunch for sure. If Brandon Boston Jr. and Diabate is not in there, which I assume they are on the G League team. And the thing with Diabate and Boston Jr. on the G League team, I don't know if it's the front office or it's on Ty Lue. I don't know, because if Lawrence Frank is making a decision that BJ Boston and Diabate should sit in the summer league and not, the G League and not play in the regular rotation, then heck, maybe fire Lawrence Frank too. Then I don't know. But I don't know. Is it the coach, or is it more the front office to pretty much assign a person to the summer league? The G League. My bad. Covington, of course, should have been playing. +6. His defense was great, and he got 5 rebounds, but it was only 16 minutes. Definitely play him more. Norman Powell, he was a walking bucket. Of course, he didn't make shots in the crunch, but he was definitely the scoring punch. And 2 assists, 1 steals, and 2 blocks. He definitely did his thing. Moses Brown, he got some minutes. I'm cool with that, but of course we would like Diabate better. But Moses Brown, he's better than what people give him credit for. With all fairness, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. He definitely hustles real good, so that's pretty good to see. John Wall, John Wall. Um, John Wall, he definitely was hustling for sure. He got 4 assists, which is a little bit on the lower side of the spectrum, but he really played his heart out. And he got 7 rebounds, which is something. That is something for just a 6'2", 6'3" point guard to get 7 rebounds. Yeah, he made some costly turnovers at the end, but at the same time, John Wall gets our offense going a lot of times. Yeah, he makes mistakes as well too, but that's just part of being a point guard. Although he did make 4 turnovers, which is something that we would that's something that John Wall could definitely work on. But at the same time, honestly, what I would consider doing is considering try to start Wall at the point guard to get the offense like running like crazy, and maybe during the crunch, maybe you could just opt with a Terrence Mann and more of a bigger wing stop type lineup. But that's just my personal opinion. Um, I mean, um, the Pull Up podcast by BJ Matthews. I recommend you guys to check out his podcast. I'm glad that he's making some podcasts because at least it gives more voices and more perspectives on the Clippers community because it gives like a good diversity, and pretty much he's a big John Wall guy, and I definitely respect it, and I could kind of see like some aspects of what he says. Some stuff that he says about John Wall is it's a little bit maybe too much credit, but at the same time, I'm with him a lot, like most of the time. Um, but but yeah, I would definitely be open to, and a lot of people they're gonna definitely disagree with me about it, but I would not hate starting John Wall at the point just to get the offense going. But that's just my other suggestion. My main suggestion is just too obvious at this point, but it just shows. This shows. Just look at the Nuggets roster and look at the rotations and look at the LA Clippers rotations. You could definitely see, you definitely would get an idea on what happens if you put Diabate and Boston Jr. in regular rotations. You get an idea. I guarantee if Diabate was getting the minutes Zeke Naji is getting, man, same type of stats, but even better. And you give Boston Jr. the same minutes that Highland is getting. And look, people want to get on Boston Jr. for being so inefficient as the reason why we're not playing him. But look at Highland. 3 for 12. 1 for 6. But he still contributes in other aspects. Boston Jr. does the same thing. But, of course, people want to get too tunnel vision on Boston Jr. and they want to use him as a trade asset. No, it's either Ty Lue needs to wake up and maybe get Boston Jr. and Diabate in the regular rotations, or he got to be on the chopping block and get Baron Davis as the new head coach. Because I'm not gonna lie, Baron Davis would definitely be my main candidate to be the new Clippers head coach if we do get Ty Lue the heck out of here, because he advocates for Boston Jr. to get minutes because I mean, I explained it in the past videos. Basically, Boston Jr. did a really good move. Baron Davis um, pretty much um, get on and saying this is why the Clippers need to start getting guys like referring to Boston Jr. more minutes and regularly. And he said he's been saying it during the past days at the time, which was probably months ago. And but yeah, I would definitely love a coach who caters more to the youth and who's willing to just randomly switch things up rather than a coach who just gets way too comfortable with the typical not like 9 or 10 man rotation. And it's not just Morris or Reggie, even sometimes Batum too. It's not like Batum's a bad player, but let's be real. I would definitely get some Diabate minutes in here, man. But this is just painful. This is just painful that we just lost to a Jokic-less Denver Nuggets. But I want to hear you guys' perspectives. What do you think should be done? And definitely leave a comment down below. And be sure to leave a like. And pretty much try to have a good night. Try to have a good day. And definitely stay safe. And there's no way we lose against the Rockets on Sunday. There's just no way. If we do somehow lose to the Rockets, Talib is definitely going to have to be on the chopping blocks. But anyways, that should wrap it up. Take care, and pretty much try to enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Peace. Wow.